Iran has deadly missile capabilities. That's the truth the West reluctantly admits now, because anyone with a single eyeball and a smartphone can see the kind of retaliation Iran was able to muster against Israel when Iran was attacked back on the 13th of June. But the question remains, can Iran strike the US homeland? It's 11,000 kilometers away as the crow flies, meaning in a straight line, and Iran's missile capabilities admittedly fall short, very short. Even the most advanced Iranian missiles are likely not to be able to cover even a third of that distance. That's the fact. So now you have your answer. You can go home. Or you can stick around for the crucial analysis that's missing for one of the most asked questions in this space. Let's start off with a statement I want you to absorb like a sponge. If you trust me. Otherwise, please, anytime, I encourage you even to verify anything I say, fact check me. And then once you've built up confidence in my reporting, my research and evidence-based analysis, then you can trust me blindly to save time. But don't trust me blindly just from the get-go. I absolutely don't expect that. And even in fact, if you... Okay, you get the point. You get the point. Okay, now, Iran does... This is the statement. Iran does not want to attack the US, right? If I could, I would do that Gen Z thing where you put a clap emoji straight after each word. Iran doesn't want to attack the US. Have I done it right? Louder for the people in the back, right? Chuck in all the Gen Z buzzwords and blah, blah, blah. Why then does the question keep cropping up? Can Iran, reach the US homeland? Well, because of primarily hasbara. Hasbara is Israeli propaganda, and American allies of the ethno state also push that propaganda for their own benefit or for whatever motives they have. Let's approach this analytically. Israel is a strong state in terms of their tech and their economy, but they ideally need American support to really be able to face Iran. Without America, Israel cannot face Iran. Check out my other videos on Iran's defense capabilities for full details on why that is an analytical assessment and conclusion that I have reached, as well as many have reached that. So how do you get America's support if you are Israel? How do we get American support, they ask? Well, it's multifaceted. There's a lot going on at the same time. But for one facet, let's just explain. You have to manufacture consent among the American people for a conflict. You have to teach them. You have to propagandize. You have to indoctrinate them into a belief that Iran is an enemy and a threat. You have to convince them they are in danger. Like Ross Geller shouting, danger, danger in Friends, right? You have to convince the American public that Iran wants to smoke you, destroy your very way of life, right? But we have heightened awareness on this channel, at least. We have the ability to see through the hasbara propaganda using unagi or salmon skin roll, as Rachel Geller would say. That's a Friends joke, by the way. Sorry. Looking at it analytically, Israel wants to manufacture fear of Iran in the American public. But the facts, Iran is not interested in attacking America at all. Iran, given its way, would want just the freedom to be left the hell alone. Do you know how oppressive sanctions are? American-led sanctions on the Iranian economy. Yet even then, like most global south countries, Iran doesn't want revenge, doesn't want retribution. They just want to be left the hell alone, best believe. To be left alone to develop, to prosper, to bring its own people wealth and opportunity. And at every turn, America has tried to prevent that. Now, you might be saying, oh, this is just Iranian propaganda. It's not. At a state level, Iran does not escalate against America. Iran tries to minimize conflict with America. Its rhetoric might be inflammatory according to you, but according to them, after 50 years of oppressive sanctions, their rhetoric is actually very reasonable. Damn, what did I do? Right now, as I was saying, at every turn, America has tried to prevent Iran from progressing. Why? Because Iran does not fall in line with America. They refuse. Like the Gulf monarchies, like Egypt, like Turkey, those nations, I'm not saying they're bad per se. I'm not saying they're good either, but their administrations have chosen a path that they thought was best for their nation. They thought, we're going to fall in line until a more opportune moment. We're going to fall in line with the Americans because that's the way. For now, America is Big Daddy, top dog, will avoid economic difficulty, potentially military hostility with the West by staying under America's umbrella. That's what the Gulf monarchies, that's what Turkey, that's what Egypt, most of the Muslim world, most of the, Europe, for example, Western Europe, that's what they decided. Whereas Iranians after 1979 were like, screw your umbrella. We don't need your umbrella. We don't need some ruddy American umbrella. We'll make our own umbrella, Persian umbrella, bruv. Right? It will be better quality. It will be sourced locally, and it will cost 1/10 of your corruption exploited umbrella inflated costs, right, in dollars. So America and are you for real? Are you for real? So America and Iran, now especially as we move into a multipolar world, neither of these countries want war with each other. If Iran wanted, according to US intelligence sources, they say if Iran wanted, within the next 10 years, by 2035, Iran could have a working intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, that could reach the American homeland. But they don't want it, right? Because America is not their target. Iran wants peace to build, to grow strong as their regional adversaries grow ever weaker and more isolated. And manufacturing consent for war among American citizens is getting harder. I'm not sure why I said American like that. Sorry about that. It's getting harder though. With social media, it's become very difficult for hasbara to penetrate the American population in the way they previously did, in a way that America previously engineered Iraq, engineered Libya, engineered Afghanistan, even here in the UK, engineering fear, manufacturing consent for conflict overseas has become very difficult because loads of people have smartphones now, and social media is a lot more than just social media, right? It's become a source of news, it's become a source of truth. So the struggle continues by Axis Tel Aviv to push America into an adversarial confrontation with Iran, but Iran's fighting back to keep the peace in the region for not out of the goodness of the Iranian heart, but to keep Iran from a unprofitable conflict. To portray Iran as the violent, dangerous aggressor, when in fact Iran has shown factually that it's more an impenetrable fortress, right? And a fortress is defensive, not offensive. Sorry, I slipped up so many times there. I'm only human, guys. Don't forget to drop your comment. Let me know where you're from. Big up to Kenya, Ghana, Canada, Nigeria, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, even I'm saying, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm seeing, other European countries, I'm seeing, America, I'm seeing. Much respect, much love to all of you guys. Absolutely amazing, all of you. What I wouldn't give for this kind of audience on the regular. Not sure what that was. That was a really poor Trump impression. I'm gonna just quietly slink off into the background now. For the unbiased news and analysis without the Western spin, I'm Muffles, and I'll see you in the next one. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Sorry. Forgive me.